Welcome, welcome everyone. I hope you can hear me well. We had a technical glitch as these things go. As these things real time, real life, and trial and error so happens like real life. We're all in the great unknown together. So thanks for joining today. This is a practice for you. A practice that will help you get connected to yourselves, to your capacity and your potential and your capability within your body as it is today, as it is right now, just fully plugging into what's available to us right now. All right, so let's start together. Let's take the hands and rub the hands together so that we just get into that sensation, that feeling of being alive, that warmth and energy buzzing in the hands. Once you feel that, let's take that onto the heart and chest and go clockwise on the heart. Close the eyes. And as you do that, feel the breath move down the spine on the inhale and up the torso and out the nostrils on the exhale, kind of in this loop or circular pattern. And then take the hands and rest them on your thighs and move the hands vigorously up and down the thighs, stimulating your sensation and feeling there, the physical feeling in the thighs, and you go a little bit faster as you get that warmth and energy tingling in the quads. Deep breath down the spine, and then again rub those hands together and do a couple more circles at the heart. We're just getting grounded into our bodies here. And then release the hands. And we'll take the shoulders and inhale the shoulders up to the ears, hold that tension, and exhale, release through the mouth. We'll do that 2 more times together. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears, hold that tension. And exhale, release. And 1 more time. Take the shoulders and inhale them up. This time hold at the top of the inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. And then take the chin and relax the chin towards the chest. And slow motion, roll the head side to side, letting gravity open up the sides and back of the neck. As we do our practice together today, it's going to be 1 hour long. So just see if you can give yourself that time this morning, an hour for yourself. And you won't actually have to watch the screen too much. Most of my guidance will be adequate enough verbally that you'll be able to close your eyes and follow along with my verbal cues, okay? So that really allows you to really sink in to your physical state and get connected and attuned with you. That's the intention of today. So with the eyes closed, let's inhale through the nostrils, down the spine again, through the hips and down the legs, following the breath. And exhale up the torso, out the nostrils. Create that circular shape with your breath. Inhaling down the spine, through the hips and legs. Exhaling up the torso, through the nostrils. And with your eyes closed, bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows, your mind's eye. You can even take your fingers and just gently tap that area between the eyebrows, or do a little circle there with the fingers just to activate that area. And then release the hand back down. And with your attention at this area between the eyebrows, bring up a picture, a mental picture that has you feel fulfilled or happy. A loved one or a favorite place, child or a pet. And breathe in the colors and textures of this picture, breathing it to life. We're going to keep this image with us in our body during our practice together today. On the next breath, release your eyes, find a soft gaze. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears again. Exhale, release. Now let's take the legs and extend them forward and shake them out. As you shake the legs out, take the hands beside you to support you, fingertips on the floor. Open up the feet and windshield wipe the feet side to side. Just letting the ankles be loose here. And we'll inhale, flex the feet, holding that tension. And exhale, point the feet. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, flex. Feel the backs of the legs lengthen. And exhale, point. 1 more time. Inhale, flex. And exhale, point. And then release back and shake it out again. And we'll bring the legs back in. So bringing your attention now towards your torso, we're going to take the hands and just gently tap the heart area and another hand at the back of the heart, activating the heart chakra, the muscles around the chest, the sternum. Release the hands down, and in that tapped area, let's inhale, lift the heart up. Neck is neutral, and exhale, press the back of the heart behind you. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, lift the heart up, and exhale, press the back of the heart towards the wall behind you. Feel that full extension and lengthening. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, press back. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and extend, and exhale, press back. And then release back into a neutral spine. And let's bring the attention a little lower now. Hand at the belly, another hand at your lower back. Just gently tap that area, maybe draw a couple circles there. Something funny we used to do when we were kids. Remember that one? Something like that. And then release the hands down. So now your attention is here at the navel. Inhale, lift the belly forward, pressing it forward. And exhale, press the lower back behind you. 2 more times. Inhale, belly forward. Exhale, press the belly back behind you. 1 more time. Inhale, press the belly forward. Exhale, press the belly back. And then release back into neutral spine. And now we'll do this with the tailbone, the very bottom of the spine. Imagine there's a string on your tailbone and it's being pulled forwards towards the wall in front of you and then being pulled back towards the wall behind you. So here we go. Inhale, tailbone forward. Notice how you use different muscles here. They're a little lower. Exhale, press the tailbone back. Inhale, tailbone forward. Exhale, tailbone back. Like you're creating a pendulum swing, finding that gentle rocking motion. Inhale, tailbone forward. Exhale, tailbone back. And then release back into neutral. Inhale those shoulders up. Hold that tension and exhale through the mouth. Extend your legs forward and again shake it out. So from here now, we're going to swing the legs behind us to come onto all fours. All fours. I'm going to turn sideways so you guys can see a little bit better here, but you can stay exactly as you are on your yoga mats. Let the head hang so you're not holding any tension in the neck. And let's tap it out through the feet here. Hello, neighbors downstairs. Tap, tap, tap. And then we'll release the feet and rock the hips side to side like you're wagging your imaginary tails. Let the head hang so that there's 0 tension at the neck. And on that next breath, bring the hips back to center, lift the shins, and rock the shins side to side like you're wagging your other tail. And notice how your head just kind of gently lolls side to side as you do this. And then release the shins down. And then we'll draw some large circles with our hips here. Large, big circles, like you're stirring a pot with a spoon of your hips. Again, let the head hang, eyes closed. And you're just feeling this large range of motion through your hips here. And then go the opposite direction. See if the opposite direction allows you to create even larger circles here. Hear yourself breathe when you do this. You can create a soft whisper in the back of the throat, kind of like the wind rustling through the leaves of a tree. And on that next breath, back up onto all fours. Let's do some cats and cows here with creating waves along your spine. So on the inhale, we're going to round out, draw the chin in and sit back onto your heels. Come down onto the elbows and exhale, slide the heart forward and up. So we'll do that 4 times, moving with the breath. Inhale, round out, sit back onto your heels. And exhale, come down onto the elbows and slide the heart forward and up. 3 more times, moving with your breath. Inhale, round up, sit back onto the heels. Exhale, slide your heart forward and up. With the eyes closed, see if you can feel a wave moving along your spine. So this is individual articulation, each vertebra along the spine moving separately, one by one, like a wave, like a domino. One more of these breaths here, really tuning into that wave of your spine. We are as young as our spine is supple. So you want to really find that wave available to you into this moment. Then release back into a neutral spine. Tap it out through the feet again and rock your hips side to side. And on that next breath, we're going to take the right leg and help support it forward. Now, if you have blocks available to you, you can take your hands on blocks here. I've got some blocks in the next room, but I'm not going to interrupt the flow and grab them right now. So if you do have blocks available to you, you can take your hands onto your blocks and lift the floor to meet you. That way you've got more alignment and support through a lengthened spine versus a rounded out spine. So don't be shy to take anything here to place underneath your hands to lift the floor to meet you. So we want to find a nice 90-degree angle from your right knee down to your right heel. And then that left knee, you can even walk further back a little. Give yourself a bit of a deeper opening. If that's too intense, you can always walk the knee a little forward. So find the length that you feel your left hip, the front of the left hip opening up through. So now we're going to rock the hips open. Inhale, press the hips forward. And exhale, pull the hips back. So back and forth. Again, finding that wave motion. Your body is fluid, and the ability to move from one pose or sequence into another is kind of like a river meeting into the ocean, or two bodies of water coming together. There's no hard lines. It's fluid. So you want to rock and find that fluidity in your hips here. Inhale the hips and heart forward. Exhale, pull the hips back. If you want to flex the feet or if you want to point the feet, whatever works better for you. Both options will open up different aspects of the ankle. If we're pulling the hips back and keeping the foot flat, that opens up the top of the ankle. If we're flexing, it opens up the hamstring. So just check in and see what works for your body. And on that next exhale, when we pull back, we'll flex our foot here. So now we're breathing length into the back of that right hamstring. Now we'll rock that foot side to side, which is going to open up different angles of your hamstring here. So see and feel which angle opens you up the most. Once you've found that, stay at that angle. Breathe some length down that hamstring and inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, hinge slightly through the hips here so that you feel that hamstring growing in length. Close the eyes and send your breath down into the hamstrings, creating more length through the backs of the legs. 2 more breaths here. You spread the toes open. That helps to open up the leg lines at the back of the legs. And on the next breath, we're going to come forward into a lunge again. Bring that right hand to the inside of the right foot and wiggle the right foot to the edge of our yoga mat. This is where we want to have blocks underneath the elbows as well if you want some more support to lift the floor to meet you. Remember, there's nothing special about reaching the floor. It's just about reaching what your body is capable of in this moment. Inhale, lift through the heart, and exhale, lower down onto your blocks or onto the floor, whatever works better for you. Those of you that want a deeper opening, you can curl the back toes under and straighten out that back leg. From there, we're just going to rock the hips gently side to side and feel, again, your range of motion through the hips. You're going to feel some angles to have more opportunity than others, so use your breath to create some space in those areas that are compacted or feel like they don't have as much opportunity for the breath to flow through them. Use your breath as a tool to be curious, to open up new areas of your body. On that next breath, take the hands and guide yourself back up. And we'll pull the hips back here. As you pull the tailbone back, that straightens out the front right leg and flex that right foot. So again, we're flexed, but we're at a different angle. So with that foot flexed, inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, hinge at the hips again. So what does hinging at the hips mean? It means closing like a pair of scissors at the hip joint, so that the torso is still long, not rounded out, and the legs are still extended and long. So the range of motion is really through the hips, hinging and closing, which allows for the lower back to relax and not have overextension through the lower back, and allows for the hamstrings and glutes to open up, which is where there's lots of compensation patterns in our posture, especially if you've been sitting at home a lot, working from home, like most of us have this past week. On that next breath, use your tailbone. Imagine there's a string there, and pull that tailbone back, which is just going to gently drag that leg back into neutral on all fours. Let the head hang and rock the hips side to side. A couple breaths here along the spine as you're rocking the hips side to side. And on that next breath, let's guide and help that left leg forward now into lunge on the left. So we're going to wiggle that left heel forward again. Find that nice 90-degree angle again from the knee down to the heel. And if you want a deeper opening, curl the right toes under and walk that right knee back. Tap the foot out just to release any tension there through the ankle. And let's rock the hips open again. Inhale, hips and heart forward. And exhale, pull the hips back. Back and forth. Inhale, hips and heart forward. Feel that clavicle and chest open up. And exhale, pull the hips back. Remember, you don't have to watch me. You can just follow my cues and my voice as we rock back and forth. You can close your eyes and really get into what's happening in your body. As you get curious to what's happening in your body, you begin to notice what tendencies and compensation patterns you tend to have, where you tend to hold. The more we get aware of these patterns, the more we can undo them and create better adaptive patterns. Because we can be in that space of continually evolving our bodies and helping them to show up in the best blueprints that they can in the moment. On that next breath, we're going to take that left hand to the inside of the left foot and wiggle it to the edge of our yoga mat. So it's out at an angle here, so that hip joint is nice and neutral. Inhale, lift through the heart, and exhale, come down onto the elbows. We'll do the hamstring stretch in a moment. So just rocking side to side through the hips. Remember, you can take blocks underneath your elbows, so you can raise the floor to meet you. If it's too intense to have the elbows down, have the hands on the floor with a bend at the elbows. Those of you that want a deeper opening, you can curl the back toes under and straighten out that back leg. In case you guys are writing comments, I actually can't see them because my laptop's a little too far away. So I will respond to your comments after the live stream. Thank you so much, guys. Stay committed to your practice. This is for you. This is for you to connect to your power, okay? Everyone watching this and everyone right now has the ability to do something to give back to your family, your community, and to strengthen yourself, to strengthen your immune system, your resources, your internal resources, so that you can show up the best version of yourself for you and your loved ones. So on that next breath, use your hands to guide yourselves back up. And we're going to take that tailbone and gently pull it back, which is going to straighten out that front leg. Remember, you can take blocks underneath the hands here. Rock the feet side to side, that left foot side to side, and notice which angle opens you up the most. Sometimes it's internal rotation, turning that foot in. Sometimes it's external rotation. Sometimes it's both, or sometimes it's every angle. Inhale, lift through the heart. And exhale, hinge at the hips. pulling that tailbone back gently and breathing length into your left hamstring. One more breath here. And on that next breath, bring your attention to your tailbone and pull it back and let that left leg drag back into place. Let the head hang and rock your hips side to side. So we're going to workshop a down dog here. And first, let's open up the knees and sit back into child's pose, sitting back. Walk the hands forward and let your forehead rest down as we just rock those hips side to side, just relaxing here through the lower back. The more we walk the hands forward, the more you're going to open up the backs of the shoulders and spread the scapula and the muscles around the scapula as the shoulder blades open. So with that forehead relaxing down, I want you to imagine that your shoulder blades are like a pair of wings on your spine, on the back of your spine. And as you walk your fingertips forward, you're spreading the wings at the back of your heart open. So have that visualization there, that as the fingertips walk forward and the hips pull back and rest on your seat, that the shoulder blades are spreading open like a pair of wings at the back of your heart. For those of you that want more depth, you can press your fingertips into the floor, lifting the wrists and the elbows up off the floor. So 2 breaths here, pressing your ribs down towards the thighs, pulling the hips back, fingertips forward. You should feel the back of the heart open up with each inhale. Muscles around the back of the heart opens up with each inhale. The rhomboid muscles, the muscles around the scapula, the trapezius. And then on that next breath, release the hands, and we're going to walk the hands out to the right, all the way out to the right as far as you can go. And so you'll feel your left rib cage open up here when you walk those hands out to the right. And if you want a deeper pose, you can press the floor away from you with your right hand, and that's going to open up that left rib cage. Now you could take a block underneath the forehead if you like to support you, or underneath the chest, but we're pressing the floor away from us with that right hand to open up that left rib cage into gravity. And on that next breath, slowly release, walk the hands back to center and out to the left, as far as you can go out to the left. So same thing on the other side. Walk your hands back to center and guide yourself back up onto all fours. So we've opened up through the rib cage now, so our down dog is going to be a little easier as we curl the toes under, pull the hips back, let the head and neck just neutralize itself here. Take your fingers like you're gripping onto your yoga mat, and on your next inhale, press up into the triangle of your down dog. Now, if this is hard, keep a bend in the knees as you pull the hips back. And then from here, just slowly straighten the legs to your ability. It doesn't matter how straight the legs are, just that you're feeling the hamstrings get opened up. Then move the head hang. And then from here, we're going to inhale up onto the toes. And exhale, press the heels down. Let the head hang. Again, 2 more times. Inhale up onto the toes. And exhale, press the heels down. And 1 more time. Inhale up onto the toes. And exhale, press the heels down. And on that next breath, release back down onto the knees. So on the knees, I'm going to turn to face you guys here. On your knees, you may want to take a little bit more support underneath the knees. And what you can do there is take your yoga mat and fold it like so. So you can see how there's extra cushioning there so that your knees can have some extra cushioning. Or you can take a blanket and place it underneath as well. I've got 2 yoga mats here, so I'm good. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see better. With your arms just relaxed beside you, I want you to take your attention to your tailbone And imagine there's a tail coming out of it, and plug the tail of your tailbone down into the center of the earth. Okay, so you're plugging that tailbone down, and then take the belly and draw it in and up. Dario, can I ask you to not have the plastic movement because it's quite noisy? Thank you. So belly in and up, tailbone plugged down towards the center of the earth. So you should feel that your pelvic floor here is integrated. And then with your eyes closed, bring your attention to your pelvic floor muscles and pull the pelvic floor muscles gently in and up. This will activate your pelvic floor, the root chakra here. Now, we're not having to go like a 10 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. It's just more like a 3 out of 10, that muscle engagement there, your pelvic floor gently pulled in and up. Do the same with your belly button. Draw your belly button slightly in and up and feel that gentle engagement. Again, kind of like a 3 out of a 10. And then from there, keeping what you've just created, don't lose it because now you are integrated. You've got muscular integration there. Your core and your floor is activated. You're now going to take the shoulders and roll them back one by one. So you're like swimming the shoulders back. And then on that next breath, you're going to swim the arms back like a backstroke. So we're setting ourselves up here for camel pose, Ustrasana, but we're going to do it gently and just work in our capacity and capability here. A lot of us have been hunched over, forwardly intentioned because we're at our computer screens. So this is some heart opening work here. Swimming those arms back. And on that next breath, take both shoulders and roll them back. Now you're going to take your hands to your lower back. So the heart feels a little more open. The space between your clavicles, your collarbones, feels a little more spread open. So take the hands to support your lower back. Remember here, your pelvic floor and your belly are still drawn in and up, kind of like a 3 out of 10. So you've got that engagement there. And then if you like, curl your toes under to feel perhaps a little more supportive. For some of you, that might be uncomfortable, so just release the feet flat, whatever works for you. Let's take the elbows and draw them towards each other. See how that opens up the chest there? And on the next inhale, lift the heart forward and up. So the neck is neutral. Take the head and just gently support with one hand, if you like. You can even support the back of the neck as you lift the heart forward and up. Those of you that are familiar with camel and you want to come into a more full version of the pose, you're welcome to take your hands to the heels and press the heart forward and up. But that's going to be pretty intense for some of you. So maybe you want to keep one hand at the lower back, one hand supporting your neck, or both hands at your lower back. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. Heart lifted forward and up, neck neutral. The work is in the heart lifting and your pelvic floor and belly still activated. One last breath. And on that exhale, slowly release. Release the feet if they were toes curled under. And take your hips and on the inhale, pull the hips back. And on the exhale, lift the heart forward and up. Let's do that 5 times. Inhale, pull the hips back. Exhale, lift the heart forward and up. 3 more times. Inhale, pull the hips back. We're building energy in the body. Exhale, lift the heart forward and up. 2 more times. Inhale, pull the hips back. Exhale, lift the heart forward and up. And last time. Inhale, pull the hips back. Exhale, lift the heart forward and up. And then release. Release the arms, roll it out through the shoulders. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears, hold that tension. And exhale, release. And let's come back onto our seats. So finding a comfortable seat here. Let's bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. And we'll take the hands behind the hips and give your hips a little scoot forward and rock the knees side to side here. So in that rocking, We're just letting go of anything that still exists in the hips here, lower back. Just finding that ease of motion in that rocking. You can perhaps even press the hips a little more, scoot the hips a little more forward. And now we can release the rocking here, find a comfortable seat, and release the arms forward. So we've got a couple options here. With the soles of the feet pressing together, you can either hold on to the shins and lean back, or you can interlace your fingers underneath the feet as well. So two options to choose from. We want the knees to press down and the feet to press down as the hands try and lift the feet or your shins up. So you'll notice here that that straightens out the arms, and you'll feel the backs of your shoulders get opened up here. Try not to round out the spine as you lean back. Keep the heart lifted. So heart lifted, leaning back. I'll turn sideways so you guys can see better. Heart lifted, leaning back, arms being pulled and stretched open. Close the eyes and breathe into the backs of the shoulders. Keeping that chest and heart lifted, relax the chin towards the chest and feel that lovely opening at the top of the shoulders, back of the neck, the upper trapezius muscles here. Keep the heart lifted so that the spine doesn't round out, and keep the knees and feet pressing down as you lean back. And slow motion, gently roll the head side to side, letting gravity open up the sides and back of the neck. Get curious and see which angles here might be more tight than others and gently rock into them. Spend a couple breaths rocking into whatever area feels tight here for you. And on that next breath, inhale it back up to center. And exhale, release the hands. So we're going to bring the hips back here and extend your heels forward for tortoise pose. Take the hands behind the hips again and just gently rock side to side. Just find that rocking motion here. In your breath, when you breathe, see if you can hear yourself breathe. Make your breath audible to yourself. So there's that soft whisper in the back of the throat. I'll just demonstrate it here to you guys. It's like you're sipping air through a straw at the back of the throat. So close the eyes, and on the inhale, imagine you're sipping air through the back of your throat, and on the exhale, slight constriction through the back of your throat creates like a baby Darth Vader breath. Hi, Lena. I am your mother. Okay, so have a little laugh about that. And that breath purifies and tonifies the blood. So think of it as a filter, moving the breath through the body, filtering it. Okay, so see if you can maintain that breath or an aspect of it throughout your practice. So hands behind the hips here, just rocking those knees side to side. We're going to come into a different hip opener. As you now take the hands to your shins, a couple options here as we come forward. You can either hold on to the shins or underneath the shins, or wrap the hands around the feet. As you inhale, lift through the heart, and exhale, hinge at the hips. So again, holding on to the shins to pull yourself forward, or hands underneath the shins, or wrapping the hands around the feet. Whatever option you've chose, we now are going to inhale, lift the heart again, and exhale, hinge at the hips and pull your tailbone back. So as equally as you're offering your heart and chest forward, I want you to be equally pulling your tailbone back. So there's oppositional force happening here. Now, at the same time, press your knees down as you pull the tailbone back. And you'll feel your glutes activate when you do that. Everyone feel that? When we have strong glutes, it actually helps our immune system to have the glutes and the quads working in full functionality. When we have good muscle flow and tone moving through the largest muscle groups of our body, it helps our immune system. So we really want to tone and activate the glutes and quads here in hamstrings. So 2 more breaths. Press those knees down, pull the tailbone back, offer the heart forward, and feel the full length of your spine wherever you're at. Don't focus on what I'm doing, focus on what you're able to do, your potential in this moment. 2 more breaths. Feel your glutes activate. Feel the outer hips open. Feel the length of your spine. And on that next breath, slowly release, relax the hands. Take the hands behind the hips. Bring the feet face down and windshield wipe the knees side to side. As you windshield wipe the knees side to side, feel that release through the lower back there and breathe into the lower back. How are we for timing? I said we were going to be an hour today. We're good. We'll have time for Shavasana as well at the end, final relaxation at the end. So 2 more breaths here, just rocking those knees out side to side. And then extend your legs forward and shake it up. So we've done a little bit of hamstring opening. So we're going to workshop a forward fold here differently than you may have traditionally done your forward folds, because this protects the lower back. And this is great for the hamstrings, and especially if you've been sitting for a long time. Now, another option for you to do, since I have a wall here, if you've got lower back challenges, then something you can do instead of doing the version that I'm about to show you is to come up to the wall like I am here, lie back, and slide your legs up against the wall and relax your arms comfortably beside you. Flex the feet, and so your glutes are right up against the wall, and with the feet flexed, you're just going to work the legs towards your body and keep pressing the heels up towards the ceiling. You can even use your hands to help support you here. You can take a strap and wrap it around your feet and gently pull the strap towards you. This way you're not compromising through the lower back, and gravity is assisting you. The work, though, is to try to push the heels as much away from you. If there's a bend in the knees, that's perfectly fine, but that's an option. Otherwise, we're going to remain seated here. Take the hands behind the hips and walk your heels forward. So we walk the heels forward to find the full length of the back of your legs. And then I want you to imagine there's a string at your tailbone. Take that string at the tailbone and pull it back behind you. So now your legs have suddenly grown longer. Keeping the hands behind you, walk your heels a little more forward. And now take your legs and press them down into the ground. And notice that when you push those legs down, the chest rises. And that's what we want. So if I were to release my hands here, this just in and of itself is work. You're pressing the legs down, which has the chest lift, and this is root to rise. As your legs root down, the spine lengthens, and the torso and heart rises, and that's what we want. Full activation through your root and core allows the rest of you to grow up and out of that. So on the next breath, inhale, lift through the crown, and exhale, hinge at the hips. Now, as you're hinging at the hips, remember that string at the tailbone, keep pulling it back. So this might prevent you from going maybe as far forward as you normally do, but then notice how we round out and collapse through the spine. So I'd rather you come forward less and have more integrity through your hamstrings and lower back. So you found your sweet spot where the hamstrings are being opened up. From here, we're going to take that left foot and inhale, press the left heel forward, and exhale, press your right heel forward. We'll do that 3 times. Inhale, press the left heel forward. Exhale, press the right heel forward. Feel each leg lengthens individually. Inhale, left heel forward. Exhale, press the right heel forward. One more time. Inhale, left heel forward. Exhale, right heel forward. And now take both heels and press both heels forward. Remember that string at the tailbone. Pull it back. Feel your legs lengthen. Inhale, lift through the heart. And exhale, hinge into that sweet spot a little more. That sweet spot is the ideal balance between effort and surrender in your body. That sweet spot between effort and surrender. Both energies, effort, like working hard, and surrender are compatible. They're equal. You've got both happening. One more breath here. And then take the hands and reach them forward like you want to scoop the earth up by the feet. Lift the earth up to the sky. And exhale, release it out. Hands to the shoulders, rock it back a couple times. And forwards a couple times. And then windshield wipe those elbows side to side. And let your arms swing freely a couple times, side to side. Just let it all go. And then shake it out through the hands. I'll do a couple figure eights here with the wrists. Again, coordinating that left and right hemisphere of the brain, and opposite direction figure eights with the wrist. Shake it out again and release. So we're going to come into cross-legged, and then we'll do a twist right after that one. So I'm just turning so you guys can see better. You can stay exactly where you are. So from here, we're going to interlace the fingers, a little bit of breath work, a little bit of pranayama here, and energy building. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, press the palms up, reach for the ceiling, and exhale, push forward, round out the spine. So extension and flexion. Full lengthening, extend on the inhale, grow tall. Exhale, push forward and round out. 3 more times, moving with your breath. Inhale, grow tall, expand and lengthen. Exhale, push forward, round out. And again, inhale, grow tall. And exhale, push forward. Feel that power in your spine. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, push forward. And on that next inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Take your hands to your lower back and draw some circles at your lower back with your palms. This energizes the Kundalini energy at the base of the spine. Kind of imagine like a serpent coiled up, and its ability to spring up and release energy up the spine is there. It's latent energy with huge potential to move up the spine and energize you. Now on that next breath, release the hands back to the shins. Hold on to your shins here. Again, moving through the spine. We're going to inhale, round out the spine, chin towards the chest, and exhale, lift the heart up, pressing your thighs down. So back and forth. Inhale, round out the spine, chin towards the chest. Exhale, lift the heart forward and up. Back and forth. Find your flexion and extension here. And hear yourself breathe, just like we were doing earlier. Hear that breath, that ujjayi breath, soft whisper in the back of your throat. One more time. I'm having a little giggle here because I remember something that some of my teacher trainees from a long time ago used to say, is that when Eilina teaches, she has the craziest, longest breaths. So don't feel like you have to take my full long breaths. Go at your pace. Remember, this is about finding your blueprint, your ideal blueprint for you. So releasing back into a neutral spine. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up, and exhale out into bent elbows. We're going to lower the arms parallel to the floor. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Hold that tension. Exhale, release the arms. Keep the arms beside you. And now freely swing the arms side to side. So we want to swing those arms freely like a windmill. Close the eyes and just feel that massage the muscles at the back of the heart, the rhomboids, the trapezius. All those muscles around the back of the heart are getting a nice massage here. Shoulders are relaxed and your arms are swinging freely. There's zero force here. Deep breaths into the back of the heart. It's like we're getting right down to the seed, to the nitty-gritty of all of our tension and holding patterns here, and we're inviting them to be sent out of the body through the breath, through the exhale. Inhale, resource yourself. Exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, resource yourself. Exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve. 1 more time. Inhale, resource yourself. Exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve. Now, on that next breath, take the hands and lift them up and collect that energy in your hands. Exhale, bring it into your heart. Close the eyes as you do this. Inhale, lift, collect that energy in your hands, make it real. And exhale, bring it right into the heart. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and collect, make it real. And exhale, bring it into the heart. Draw a circle at the heart with the thumbs, integrating energy at the heart. And then release the hands down, eyes closed. And let's take a moment here just to check in silence and feel how the breath moves along your spine. Your spine is the information exchange center of your body. So what messages are there along the spine? Where can the breath move to in your spine that it hasn't moved yet? Where in the spine does it still want to be touched by your breath? Just be curious as you do this. Remember, this is your experience. You're getting the most out of this for you. And this is what it is to be at peace in your body, feeling your potential, feeling your capacity, regardless of whatever limitations we have, because everyone has got limitations. You have capacity and potential. Like Dr. Seuss says, we have brains in our head, shoes in our feet. We can steer ourselves any way that we choose. Feet in our shoes. Feet in our shoes. We can steer ourselves any way that we choose. On the next breath, release the eyes. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Hold that tension. And exhale, release. Use your hands to help extend the legs forward and shake the legs out. So we'll do 1 twist here before we come into our Shavasana, final relaxation. Now we're going to take that left leg and bring it up and over to the outside of the right knee. I'll turn so you guys can see better. Just stay exactly as you are as I turn. Now, if this hurts the hips to have the left foot to the outside of the knee, then keep your left foot to the inside of the right knee. That's fine as well. And then from here, take the hands behind you to support yourself so that the spine can remain nice and long so that we're not slouching through the spine. And take that right leg, flex that right foot, that extended leg out in front of you, and see if you can tap the floor a couple times. This activates the leg muscles of the right leg. So as you've activated, push the floor away from you with that right leg, and what does it do? It helps to lift the chest. Once again, when we root down through an anchor point, it allows the rest of us to rise up. So we can create duality and strength in the body when we do that. Root down in order to rise and lift up. So now you've got a strong foundation. From that strong foundation, slide that left arm in to support your spine. Inhale the right arm up, wiggle the fingers, reach for the sky and the heavens, and exhale the elbow to the outside of the knee. Inhale, lift through the crown, tall spine, and exhale, deepen into your twist. If this is too intense, take the hand to the outside of the leg to support your leg as you deepen into your twist. And for your next 5 breaths, inhale, lengthen through the crown, tall spine. Exhale, deepen into your twist. 4 more breaths. Inhale, find some more height. And exhale, deepen into your twist. It's like your spine is a sponge wringing itself out, washing that lovely cerebral spinal fluid all the way up and down the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Last one. You can even let your chin relax towards the left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, find some more height. And exhale, deepen. And then slowly release. Take those hands and push the imaginary walls behind you. And then release them down and use your hands to help support that left leg forward and shake it out. I will do the same thing for the other side. Let's bring that right leg in. And use that right arm to slide in and support your spine so that the spine is nice and tall. And then again, let's check that left extended leg. Can we tap it? Even if we can't tap it, can you just activate a little bit so that you can now push the floor away from you with that left leg and notice what it does to let the chest lift. So let's bring that right arm in, support your spine here, getting ready for the twist. Inhale, lift that left arm up, reach for the sky, and exhale the arm down. Find the option that works for you. Either hand on the outside of the leg to support you, or elbow or hand towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, and exhale, deepen into your twist. 4 more breaths. Inhale, lengthen, find some more height, and exhale, deepen into your twist. Remember, you can close the eyes. This is a great opportunity to really get the most out of the twist here, which is very regenerative and restorative for the spine and nervous system. Spinal twists calm our nervous system. All the stress and worry that we've been experiencing collectively this past couple of weeks. These exercises help to calm and regulate our nervous system so that we can show up a better version of ourselves for our collective challenges that lie ahead. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, and exhale, deepen into your twist. Check that the neck is relaxed here. And then slowly release and use your hands to help press those imaginary walls away from you, creating space. Roll it out through the shoulders and use your hands to help extend the leg forward and shake it out. So from here, we're going to lie down for our Shavasana, and I'm going to guide you through it. So I encourage you to get as comfortable as possible when you lie down. You can take a pillow or a bolster or a rolled up blanket underneath the knees. You can take a pillow underneath your head. You can take a blanket underneath the hips if the low back needs support. You can even roll up a towel or a blanket and place it underneath the lower back where your lordotic curve is, that little gentle curve there, to support so that your lower back doesn't get sore and down. Moment here to make yourself as comfortable as possible. You may just want to lie down flat on your yoga mat with no props. That's fine. Whatever works best for you. So getting yourself comfortable as you lie down. This is where I invite you to close your eyes and shut everything else out. Eyes are closed. You're lying down and you're comfortable. We'll spend a couple minutes here in our Shavasana together. I want you to stay here for this Shavasana because this part of our practice, our final relaxation, is one of the most important elements of our practice. It allows our body to digest and integrate all the benefits of the poses that you've just done. So imagine you have just shared a wonderful meal with friends. That's what we're missing right now, is that physical contact with our friends. So we found creative, adaptable ways to do it online, virtually. So I want you to bring up your friends here as if you've just shared a wonderful meal with them. And now you're going to digest that meal, all the benefits of the meal. That's what this final relaxation is all about. Digesting all the benefits so that every cell of the body becomes nourished. Every pore of the skin takes it in like a long, cool drink of water. Couple breaths together. Here we go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth. Take the tongue and swish it around the mouth a couple times, opening up the muscles around the cheeks and mouth, and then go the opposite direction. This just relaxes the muscles around the mouth. And for our next few moments together, you're simply going to follow the rise of your belly on the inhale. The belly rises effortlessly. And exhale, sink the belly back down towards the earth. No effort required. Inhale, belly rises effortlessly. Exhale, belly falls back down effortlessly. 0 effort. Inhale, the balloon of our belly fills up. Exhale, the balloon releases. Keep doing this here. Rise and fall. Notice that your rise and fall is like a wave moving towards shore and moving away from shore. Towards shore on the inhale, away from the shore on the exhale. Towards the shore, inhale, and away on the exhale. And notice that as you follow this ebb and flow of the wave, you are very safe in your body. You have potential and capacity and skills, and you can share them. You can take care of yourself and your loved ones and your community as you feel this ebb and flow of the wave of your breath. Now notice how the whole world breathes this same wave. This wave is there for everyone. Two more breaths here, 2 more waves. One more. On that next breath, we'll take the hands and stretch them up overhead. Big tall stretch. A big yawn in the exhale. Hear yourselves yawn. Big release here as you hear yourselves yawn. Maybe you want another yawn. Whatever your body wants. And as you're lying back on your back, we're now going to take the knees and hug them in towards the chest. Hugging yourself in on your backs. And then rock the knees side to side with your hands on the knees. And on that next breath, we're going to roll onto our sides and use your hands to slowly guide yourself up towards seated position. Once you're comfortably seated here, take the hands to the thighs and rub the thighs up and down vigorously to feel that energy in your root in the legs. The trunks of your trees that help you stay standing and grounded in life. That's the gift of your legs, the strong muscles in your quads and your glutes. These are your tree trunks. And on that next breath, take the hands and rub them together. Feel that heat and energy build up in the hands. Take it to the heart and draw a couple circles again clockwise at the heart. Heart forward, heart open, heart activated. Collectively, we're all in this together. And then take your hands and rub them together again and smooth out the body. Arms, chest, hair, back, legs. Shake the hands out. Just neutralizing all the energy in your body. And thank yourselves for coming today, for showing up for you. Big love to you. Collectively, we're all in this together. Strong body, strong mind, strong heart for yourself and for your loved ones. Big love, guys.